Senate Bill 11 in West Virginia, which is also known as the West Virginia Freedom of Conscience Protection Act, establishes that only a government interest of the highest magnitude that cannot otherwise be achieved without burning. Man, these pop-ups on these fucking websites are great, and then my fucking computer's slow as fuck. So I want to fucking read the article, but now I'm being bombarded with all this bullshit. I can't fucking pause it.
M for mature.
Oh,
play Map Pack, Sturdy
it's rated M for mature.
PlayStation.
Okay, PlayStation, you motherfuckers. Watch this fucking video get flagged because it did that noise. So, only a government interest of the highest magnitude that cannot otherwise be achieved without burdening the exercise of religion can compel someone to obey the law if their religious beliefs come into conflict with it. Senate Bill 11 defines the exercise of religion thusly. Exercise of religion means the sincere practice or observation of religion or religious conscience. It includes, but is not limited to, the ability to act or refuse to act in a manner substantially motivated by one's sincerely held religious beliefs or religious conscience, whether or not the exercise is compulsory or central to a larger system of religious belief. Now, let's go to Gallatin County. Gallatin County created the system and the forces which eventually killed Ronnie Lee Smith. Ronnie Lee Smith was the first libertarian to run for sheriff in the state of Kentucky, and he was in favor of the legalization of marijuana. He had started his own church, or was part of, I'm not sure how it worked. I think it was his own church, his own sect of the Unitarian Church. So he smoked marijuana as part of his religion. That was one of his religious practices. But that wasn't good enough. It seems like the only time religious exemptions come into play is when you want to discriminate against homosexuals. You want to hate on homosexuals. Oh, okay. That's acceptable. That's the kind of freedom of religion that we want to see. But if the freedom of religion is to get high on some marijuana, well, you deserve to die for that shit. So it's kind of a scary law for many reasons, because if you can claim that your religious beliefs did it, then it has to be proved that the government has overwhelming interest in to not allowing you to do that. So I think murder probably could be stopped, rape probably could be stopped, but if you could somehow justify it with religious, your sincerely religious thoughts, say like the guy who just killed the abortion clinic in Colorado, shot all those people at the abortion clinic, that was his deeply held religious beliefs. In fact, you have, I want to say, Ted Cruz, a campaign advisor for one of the Republican candidacies, who are so pro-life that they believe that it's actual murder, and therefore the abortion doctors should be put to death. They should be put to death, and so that means the guy in Colorado that just shot up all those fucking people would be vindicated if you had a person like that advisor who was in charge. I'm pretty sure, I want to say Ted Cruz. Could be Trump or Kasich. But it's, here's their commentary, ifyouonlynews.com. It's a pretty scary thought. If that kind of law were to be made, the law of the land, people like Charles Manson would walk out of prison tomorrow as their followers declare their cult a religion and file the proper paperwork. Charles Manson actually didn't kill anybody. He got the cult members to kill people. Stonings could be reinstated. Stoning, right? What do you do to a whore? You stone them. What do you do to a rebellious child that doesn't obey their shitty, meth-addled, toothless, fucking backwards, bumpkin fucking parents? You stone them. That's another thing. If you wear a piece of fabric that's got two fabrics, right? If you wear something with wool and linen, you're fucked. 50-50 polyester, cotton blend. Nope, nope. That is an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. You'll be able to once again sell your daughter into slavery, should you be so inclined, and anyone would be fair game for the next round of Salem witch trials. So the fucking deliverance state, West Virginia. West Virginia, you started out so well. Being in favor of the Union, getting rid of your slaves, being with Abraham Lincoln, breaking off away from Virginia because of your deeply held beliefs that Virginia was in the wrong. So, imagine if, more commentary, I cooked that meth because my church needed a way to stay up all night and worship Jesus, Your Honor. It's religious freedom. Jesus needed the meth. And that goes to the pot argument, but if that's what you believe, you know, that's drug laws. You got a right to your own body. So that doesn't even need religious justification. That just needs logic. The war on drugs gives the Gestapo essentially the right to go searching for witches, to go on a witch hunt for Jews, knocking on everybody's doors, trying to find out where the Jews are. And it hasn't worked. Everywhere that the war on drugs has fucking been implemented, it has failed, and everywhere that the war on drugs alternatives, Portugal, Uruguay, Colorado, has been implemented, they've succeeded. And we only got about 12 models. But they've succeeded. All the alternatives have succeeded. Here's another justification, religious justification. I had to kill my husband, Your Honor. He got a job at a bank as a money changer. That was an affront to God. God don't like them money changers. You can only get the rich through the eye of a needle. It's the only way you can get to heaven. He got a job at a bank. He had to go, Your Honor. It's my deeply held Christian beliefs. I know thou shalt not kill, but also eye for an eye. I don't know why I'm talking like Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. The Lord appeared to me and demanded I rape her, Your Honor. He says our child is the second coming of Messiah. Your Honor, God appeared to me in a dream and said the second coming of the Messiah. How are you going to deny Jesus' second coming? God told me this. She had to get raped. Well,